She did appear in photos with him, at least it looks like her, and at least 2 live streams where he engaged with fans with her by his side. Moderators of Discord and Twitch that we've been looking at who, ran these live streams released a statement today, and they say they had no idea Celeste was underage or a missing person, thought she was 18 or 19. They say that they've severed all ties with David. But I mean, again, about the ages, this guy's 20, she was about to be 15. Right? I mean, this is really wild how they hooked up in the first place, allegedly, and where it went from there.
Yeah, I mean, actually, her 15th birthday was September 7th, which is a day before the body was found. And something else here, the fact that the body was dismembered, and I feel horrible saying this because you've got this beautiful girl on the screen who really should still be here, but her body was dismembered, and it seemed to be the way they had described it, the medical examiner, very badly decomposed, which to me kind of indicated that it had been there for well over a month. And it was also supposedly in a plastic type of container. I mean, look, again, he's not a suspect, but the dismemberment of a body, does that sound like a first-time killer to you? I mean, that's shocking to me. I can't really get my head around it. And also, his tour started right around August 5th, I believe, is the first date of his tour. Neighbors said the Tesla had been abandoned since maybe around the 3rd or 4th. So, the timeline checks out without, really pointing fingers at him. I mean, sorry, it's hard not to at this point, but yeah, it all is making sense.
This is one of the craziest situations that I feel like I've seen regarding celebrities in a while. I mean, obviously we got like the crazy shit with Diddy and Harvey and stuff but as far as like somebody just having a body chopped up in the trunk of their car, like we made a video and covered this, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm like, yo, there's no way that somebody that's changing their life, that's making all this money now, is a big, like that they're gonna have murdered somebody. And so in my mind, in that video, I said, most likely what I think is going to happen is he had a friend or something that he let use his Tesla, or he gave a Tesla to, like just helping out the homies and stuff. And this friend made a bad choice, whether they did something to this girl or they overdosed and they tried to hide it. And I'm like, yo, they probably abandoned the Tesla somewhere. They fled the country. And by the time everybody finds out, they're going to be somewhere else. And it's going to be one of his friends that did it. And we'll have to feel out how this all plays out. That is not at all what happened. As of now, I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching this video, we all know that allegedly David killed this 15-year-old girl who he was dating since supposedly like 11 or 12 years old. And this is one of the wildest stories that I've ever seen in my life. And I can't say 100% that is true, but I think we've all seen enough evidence. Like, I don't think there's a question. Just legally, I have to say allegedly, but it's one of those situations where like I was trying to compile all the information because I'm like, yo, I'm going to make a big in-depth video. The more, the better usually. There is so much evidence that people have dug up and so many random different pictures and connections between songs. You'd have to make like a 2-hour video to cover all of it. There's too much evidence. Like this might be one of the worst crimes that somebody's ever committed as far as like trying to get away with it. I'm literally mind blown, but there has been more breaks in the story. They've now searched the house. They've took the laptop. They've gotten information. They're looking to see if there's blood. And I'm thinking they're going to find something.
The body found inside the trunk of an abandoned Tesla registered to the singer David has been identified as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas. The teen was reported a runaway and missing out of Lake Elsinore nearly a year and a half ago. Tonight, a house close to where that Tesla was abandoned was searched. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo is there live now in Hollywood with more. Tim.
Those CSI investigators literally just left the scene about 10-15 minutes ago. The police tape finally came off and we were able to come a little bit closer to this house. Now, we don't know at this point what exactly those detectives were looking for, what they got out of that house. We saw them pull evidence and put it into an SUV, essentially where I'm standing right now. We don't even know why they were here in the first place, but this house just happens to be literally feet away from where that Tesla was found. A dozen LAPD investigators took a computer and other items from this Hollywood home just a block away from where an abandoned Tesla was found with a dead teenager in the trunk. Police spent hours at the home on Dehaney Place, placing several evidence bags into an SUV but they wouldn't say if or how it was connected to the Tesla. Several homeowners say they remember seeing that distinct Tesla for a while. First parked in front of the house police searched today, then at 2 different spots on the street. The medical examiner hasn't determined her cause of death, but part of the police investigation will be speaking to the owner of that Tesla, a musician who goes by David. His real name, David Anthony Burke, from Houston, Texas. David, made popular via social media for the songs Romantic Homicide and Here With Me, began the American leg of his world tour on July 30th and has continued performing since the investigation began. Tonight's show, though, in Seattle was canceled. The medical examiner also trying to determine how long Rivas had been dead, but based on the condition of the body, it might have been a while. Those who saw the Tesla this summer and watched LAPD spend hours in this well-to-do Bird Streets neighborhood are rattled by everything that's happened here.
It's scary to think that this is happening. And this is a beautiful neighborhood, very nice, beautiful, expensive homes, and we would think that we'd be safer.
Interesting note, the home here behind me that detectives have been focused on the better part of today has 2 cameras above the garage as well as a ring camera. In fact, this entire neighborhood has pretty extensive security system, with many of the homes having several cameras. We do know from a couple neighbors I spoke with earlier that police were here last week asking to review or see some of the security camera footage. We don't know if they got anything, if it's helped the case. As to this point, LAPD has been extremely tight-lipped about this entire investigation.
So after seeing that video, I feel like we're going to have an arrest soon, because the Tesla was parked about a block away from this house. He owns the Tesla. He owns this house. A body was found cut up in the back of that trunk, and it's most likely that it happened in that house. I highly doubt that he drove it from some other house and parked by this. It just doesn't make as much sense. So most likely when they went in there and they brought out laptops, evidence bags, like all that shit, they're most likely looking for blood in the drains, hair, flesh, and I would guarantee that they're going to have found something. So I'm thinking we're going to see an arrest soon. Now, my opinion on everything that's going on and how this all happened, because a lot of people are alluding to his song, I think it was Romantic Homicide. It definitely didn't age well, because it does sound as if he's killing someone in that song. Although he did say in the Genius interview, it's not physical, it's not literal, it's more so in my head. And so to me, that still is really telling, because that's saying that this relationship was coming to an end for whatever reason, whether you wanted to end it, she wanted to end it, something like you started to blow up and get popular and realize that dating somebody underage is not going to be a really good look. So whatever the reasoning was, that's where that song came from. And obviously that relationship didn't end. They continued to see each other. It probably got more and more toxic. And now we end up with a 15-year-old girl dead, chopped up in the back of a Tesla. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if he did it. I don't know if a friend did it. I don't know if it was an overdose. He panicked. I don't know what the situation was, but I have a feeling he was worried that she was going to expose him. Maybe she threatened to do that. Maybe she got pregnant and he's like, there's no way for me to hide this. I don't know what the situation was. As of now, all I can say is allegedly, but something clearly happened to that girl. There's not even a question at this point. Like I said, the amount of evidence that people online have found is so overwhelming. My thought process is that something happened between them. He panicked. He probably chopped up her body thinking, maybe he watched Dexter. I don't know. He's thinking he's the Bay Harbor Butcher or some shit. I'm not really sure. I don't even know how somebody does that. The thought of cutting someone's body up is just, it's next level to me. I just don't think that I could stomach it. So the fact that he may have even been able to do that is insane to me. But then he put it in the back of the Tesla. Now, him being popular, he's got a tour coming up. He's probably got a ton of people calling him, coming around his house, his team, his assistants, management, whatever the case is. And so I'm thinking he didn't know what to do with the body. And so he just went and parked it a block away. So nobody asked to move his car. Nobody asked about it. Oh, let me put it in the garage for you. Nobody would try to access it. And he probably thought to himself, hopefully everything will be fine until I get back, and then I'll sort out what I got to do. Except it sat there for long enough. It started to smell. He probably didn't consider any of these factors because, again, it was most likely in the spur of the moment that it happened. I don't know, but I'm not thinking anything but guilty. That's where I'm at. I think that's where all of us are at, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting to think that he was, what, at one point, 17 or 18, is it? Like, I forget what their age difference is. And she was like 12 or 11 when they started talking. Like, there's pictures I'm not going to post up out of respect for her. Rest in peace. She does not look like she's of age. You can clearly tell that this girl is underage. And there was even one clip I saw that I can't seem to find again where they were live streaming and he said something like, I trained her. And she said something like, graping kids is, it like made a joke about it as if like it's, you know, like, which is wild to me. And then he's like, oh boy, yeah, let's delete the VOD. And he said it in a joking way, but now that we know all that we know, it's very different. So I don't know. I wasn't going to make another video, but it keeps popping up. I felt like it's worth it. Even though the last video didn't get that many views, shit is getting crazy. And I feel like it needs to be covered, because if by chance he's not guilty, I'm going to be mind blown. I don't see any realm of possibility that could happen, but I guess you never know. So we'll find out. But I'm thinking this man is getting thrown under that jail. That's what I'm thinking, and rightfully so. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you. Take it easy. Stay safe. And I know I still didn't clean my room. I said I would. Listen, give me Sunday. Sunday is my cleaning day, okay? Take it easy. I'll catch you in the next one, homies.